And now we're at the final sphere. We're at Thaumiel. Thaumiel of the Qliphoth. Now, in a nutshell, this is the outermost dark sphere, the dark sphere that's ruled by the double god, Satan and Moloch. And what did Jesus designate Satan as? The god of this world. So of this world, now you have the chance to be simultaneously both what is called the god of this world and Moloch, which was also called King of Kings too, because these titles stretch back before the days of Jesus. When you're talking about King of Kings and Lord of Lords, this stretches all the way back into the demiurge of Jehovah. So this is not necessarily a Christ designation when you use that title. There's even references where Baal was recognized as God of gods, Lord of lords. These were just different titles that different belief systems designated their Yahwehs under. So one person's Yahweh might have been Pistis Sophia. Another person's, you know what I mean, figurehead. Another person's head, demiurge, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, may be Odin, etc. So it's whoever you're putting at the top. But here you're reaching the very edge, the space, the edges of the universe. You're getting ready to step all the way out of whatever your past was, whatever your reality was. So I found myself in a space where I could not turn back when I got to Thomeo. And you have a decision in Thomeo to either merge with the demiurge, God, or to go from Sephiroth 10 to Sephiroth 11. And Sephiroth 11 is where you step through. See, you're entering this thing with two roles, really, that simultaneously happen. What Satan's role is to destroy your past or what you leave behind, to destroy that entire world. So that's the double-headed Janus face that looks facing outward at what was. So what this means in a nutshell is you have to use the scripture where they say God calls things that are not as though they were, speaks things that are not as though they were. So what you're looking at in your world right now, all around you, you have to look at that like the past. Even as it's happening in real time, you look at that like the past. Now, this is where a lot of times where my discipline fails, because I just go on autopilot and say everything in front of my face is happening right now is all the present moment. But to reach the God level and to be solidified in it, you have to look at everything in front of you as the past. And this is going to trigger those other three chakras in the back of the head that takes place in this initiation. So, and you'll feel those sensations. There's like three different things happening in the back of your mind. And it's like you feel a stimulation there. So you will feel this. And I do feel this anytime I step into the Thaumiel sphere to try to just stay sharp, make sure that my iron sharpens iron, things of that nature. But Thaumiel is like a sphere that I have to hold on to. It's like something you try to control, like holding water in your hand. You can't really hold water, but you're trying to like control the flow, because you're really going against the flow when you go into this tree anyway, on the backside of the tree. You're, instead of going with the flow into the river, you're going against the river, and you're going all the way back to the source of the spring and having a choice from there to redirect where the river flows. So the river might flow as you say this, you know, you pray to God, you wait for the answer, you go see the priest, you wait for the priest to, that's one river that goes one way, and people go into the river down the stream to that, you know what I mean? But you are going against that. You're saying, well, wait a minute. It don't just say to pray. It don't just say to wait. It's not saying I need a middleman. let me go and see if there's a source all the way. So when you go, what you're going to find in Thomeo, you're going to find this crossroads where you have the choice where you can go to what is called the highest level. And from there, you'll still see a figurehead. There'll still be someone or something above you that you'll still be going there to approach, something that's already there waiting for you. But the other side of Thomeo, where you stimulate these energy centers in the back of the head, the other three chakras, when you complete your crown, what happens, or when you complete your third eye too, because it talks about the lamb having 7 eyes also. So when you activate your full panoramic view, so to speak, which is basically a form of omnipresence in a sense, when you activate this, you're stepping back into yourself and you're going into the 11th level where you're the Chakravartin, which is the world ruler. You're ruling the animus mundi, which is the world's soul. You're dictating how that flows and how that goes for your life. But at this point, you're at such a high level of mental alchemy and magic that you're already a magician who can manipulate his or her environment. You may not know this. A lot of times I forget this, but this is where you are when you step into Thomeo. So when you step back into yourself, now you're realizing that these two roles, this double Janus face, that's the one that's looking out is Satan on what was. But then now there's the other face that's looking inside at what is. And that's the king. So you're both king and rebel. And these are the mysteries that you combine into one to make up what is known as Thomeo. So this completes the journeys into the Qliphoth Super T Sigma. You guys stay blessed. You guys stay up, stay empowered, stay motivated, and vibrate high. Peace.